Alright, here I am back with the 1963 Mercury. Has not been started since 1976. Just messing around with it a little bit today, trying to get some spark or fire. I've got the starter to turn the engine now. That seems to be okay. Now I'm trying to get some fire to it, and or at least see if I can. And so I've been messing with the coil here, and I've got continuity. I've got the now I don't have a key for the car, so I've got a wire going to the battery here. So I don't know if you just saw that, but I've got continuity here, got test light. Here's the condenser side. So what has happened is when I try to start this, I'm not getting any spark from the coil. Usually you should see, I've got the the wire off. Even with the wire on, I was looking. I had the wire on. I was starting it. I could not see any fire coming out of there, any spark. So I'm thinking the coil could probably be bad. I actually took it off, tried to clean it up a little bit, and still nothing. Alright, so I took the distributor cap off here, and I was looking at the cap. Now nobody's messed with this since it was parked here. It was parked here, it wasn't running. It was I helped push it in here. Nobody's actually touched the car, really even popped the hood until recently here. So this cap looks kind of new. So now the car wasn't running. Like I said, it was pushed here, so maybe they were messing with the cap here. I've got the rotor button here. I just pulled it off as well, and it does not look so bad either. Not for sitting. I mean, it just doesn't look used that much. So, here's the inside. Here's the coil condenser there. Now the points, you can see the points are corroded, so I'm not getting any spark probably with that going on there. But what I am going to try to do is turn the engine here. I'm going to try to start it, crank it here, and see if the distributors here is turning, and see if they're opening here, the points, and maybe see if there's some spark coming from that. So I'll set the camera up for this. Okay, here we go. We're going to touch the wires here. We're going to look for any spark. We're going to look for turning here of the distributor. Okay, I didn't see any spark. It is turning, so I'm going to go ahead and clean those points, and maybe try to set the gap, or check the gap anyway after I clean them. So I just took my hand and manually, by turning the fan there, got that on the high lobe. And you can see how those points are not even open, barely open, if that. All right, so here we go. I'm going to be looking right here. I was unable to get any kind of real adequate spark between the point contacts. I was not able to get any spark at all on the coil there. So decided to go ahead and pick up some points in condenser. Now you can see the condenser here on the end. There's kind of burned. Wire's still intact. So, you know, I don't know. It's kind of a long shot, but we'll give it a try. What's happening is I'm starting it. I got the coil over here at the battery. Got the battery terminal part of the coil linked over to the battery. The other side goes to the condenser side here. Goes there. And what happens is when I turn over the engine, you know, the distributor's rotating, but and the points are opening and closing. I just don't see any spark there. I've tested the coil by itself, tried it by starting the engine. No coil. No spark at all from that. So, you know, I went ahead and got a new set of points, and I got a condenser, and we're going to put that in and see if that'll help. I have tested the battery and made sure that I've got 12 volts. I've got 12.4 volts, so plenty of volts here. Battery's strong. So, you know, I don't know. We're going to see. Let's go ahead and replace those. So for replacing the condenser, just going to loosen the nut over here. See the wire lift up. So yeah, let's grab a screwdriver here. And this has been in the car since at least 1976. Made in USA. If you can make that out or not. I'd say it's probably still good. It does, you know, have a little burn areas there, but it's probably still okay. New one I'm using is a Blue Streak. I'm not sure where it's made. I can kind of guess probably, but all right. So I replaced the condenser here. I had to make adjustments to the bracket. It didn't really fit very well, and it's still not held down with the screw. But that's how the old one was. It's kind of at the tail here, about almost a half an inch maybe behind the condenser. That was just meant to be like a sleeve going right over the condenser, so I had to modify it, and you can see it's not held down, but it'll probably stay there for as much as I'm going to be using. You know, testing this anyway. Went ahead and instead of replacing the points here, went ahead and adjusted them. All you do is just, you know, turn this until you get a high point on the distributor here. These little knobs here, or what do you call them? Lobes, I guess. And I got, you know, I matched it up. I've already turned it, tested it, but see that black part? That should be matched up with one of the high lobes here. And once you do that, then you can unscrew the screws here, move or pull it in, make sure that black plastic is touching that high lobe, and then push the contacts open. I can do that. Still got the battery connected to it. But yeah, you just push those contacts open, and put like a matchbox. I don't know the exact setting, gap setting, so I just, you take like a matchbox cover or a business card and just slip it in there. Once you slip it in there, leave it in there, and then just tighten that screw back and that screw back, and again, make sure that this is not moved, that it's still right up against that lobe. So I got some spark. I'm going to show you that. Let me set up the camera on a tripod. So I'm leaving the old points in there for now, and I may not need or use the new ones at all. Okay, here we are. We're going to test it. All right, I'm going to connect or hot wire it here. So look for the spark between those contacts. I tested it one time earlier, and I saw some pretty good sparks. So let's try it again here for the second time. So it looks like the condenser was the problem after all. I'm going to check the coil here. Now I've got the wire off. I've had the wire off the whole time when I tested the points there. I've got it sitting right here. Doesn't really have to be close to any metal. You should see fire, just out in the open like that. It should be coming out of the end. I'm just going to hold it put it right here to hold it in place snug while I use both my hands to try to start and test it. So yeah, you can see how it's set up here. That gray wire is going to the battery. That is the positive side that goes to the battery, and then that is the side that goes to the condenser. Okay, so let me set up on a tripod. We'll be looking for a spark coming out of here. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's good arcing there. So one more test, I guess. I want to test the plugs. So we'll just test one for the video here. I'm going to have to clean all these. These are old auto lights. BF42 power tip. And I've noticed that the gaps are different. This one was the worst cylinder right here, I believe, and it definitely is fouled. So I'm hoping that cylinder is going to be okay. But yeah, some of them are different gaps, it seems like. So I'm going to probably find the ones that are the closest. That are all fairly similar, and just gap the other ones that are not, kind of like that. So let's find one here. This one's pretty far spaced. Let's test the gap on this. I'm not even going to bother cleaning it up. All right, so I just got the coil wire connected to it, just kind of laying right there. All right, so we're going to be looking right here, looking for some spark. See if that plug is good. Oh yeah. All right, so yeah, this plug is good. Let's go ahead and take off the, we're done for the day. I've accomplished pretty much what I had hoped to. That condenser was the problem. That's why we were not getting any kind of spark, fire in this old engine for the first time since 1976. Finally, it's getting some spark here, coming to life slowly. This is a 63 Mercury. Will be the same as a Galaxy, a Ford Galaxy 390. And I'll be checking each plug the same way as I tested this one. Buying new plugs if necessary, adjusting the gaps accordingly. Next, in a separate video or another time, I will be checking the wires and probably buying new wires. I know at least one is pretty much destroyed. But long way to go. So stay tuned if you're interested in this. Thank you for watching. And until next time, have a great day. Take care.